Mandal, I'd want to understand. There's a TMC delegation that has left for Manipur. They are also trying to take stock of the situation. More and more details are coming to light, like the role of the NCW is now being questioned. Nothing was done on behalf of the National Commission for Women when this incident, 38 days before the incident, things really reached on the condition, the atrocities that were meted out to women. If all of this was in the know of the chief minister in the state or the administration, possibly things could have been sorted for the Manipuris. Don't you think that justification is also a miss?
Yeah, ours is the only political party perhaps in this country which has been raising this issue for the last 2 months, including some of the shows that I attended with you. Myself has raised this issue.
Yeah.
Nobody paid any heed, including, sorry to say, Griha, including the media. When the minister, particular minister of states of the central government, he cried helplessly when his house was burned down. Nobody paid attention. When Army General was saying that it's almost like Ukraine and Russia, nobody paid any attention. Why? BJP, central government, state government, they were all passive onlookers. Now, please, can you not stop this drama by this woman who is a parliamentarian from Bengal, who is coming from the world of films?
But what do you have to say about the tears that Lokesh Chatterjee shed? Because I want to understand that the BJP constantly...
Absolutely nauseating. I tell you why I'm saying this.
Those are your personal views, but I want to understand that BJP constantly is talking about the other states. One second, Charu. One second, Charu. When we talk about... One second, Charu. Charu, let me ask my question. Manojit, when we talk about violence on women, on women, and if at all the BJP, because BJP is hell-bent on raising issues which are there in each and every state. One argument is that this is also diluting what has happened in Manipur, because right now the attention needs to be on Manipur. But once again, you have a BJP member like Lokesh Chatterjee shedding tears, talking about the condition of women, the violence that has erupted in the state of West Bengal. So this is clearly politicking. But how do you see that juxtaposition?
First of all, what I said about this particular parliamentarian, I stand by it. And I'll give you an example. 10th April 2020. Please ask her to stop.
Okay, first
please ask, no question of apology.
Let her make a point. Let her make a point. 1 second. I just said that this is his personal opinion. He should not be presenting it on this platform. 1 second. Let him make the point. Yes, Manojit.
This is the way. This
they turn a blind eye to atrocities.
Please ask her to...
One second, Charu. Let him complete his point. I will allow you to come in. Charu,
please be respectful for a woman.
Charu.
For 30 seconds,
this is not the parliament. You know, this is not the Lok Sabha. This is not the parliament. We want some sort of a discussion happening over here. Manojit, first please respond. Charu, I'll come to you. No, 1 second. 1 second, please. Charu, I request you. Let him respond.
Yes, madam.
Yes, please. Manojit.
This particular parliamentarian, I'm giving you the date, 2021, 10th April, during the assembly election. In her constituency, she broke her own car. It is in the video. I do have the video. I'll send you the video if you want. She broke her own car and then she created the same kind of drama. If it is false, I'm taking responsibility of this statement, not my party will take.
Okay,
if it is false,
just go ahead and address the larger question. I get your point. Address the larger question. What do you have to say about the juxtaposition of violence on women in various states? No, 1 second. No. 1 second. No, that's our call to make. Manojit, that's our call to make. I am asking you a simple question.
Trying to deflect, dilute the whole thing, the kind of thing that's happening in Manipur. And for God's sake, please do not indulge in this kind of drama by these dramatics, I should say, or melodrama, I should say, by this parliamentarian.
Okay,
if it is
Manojit,
wrong,
you know what?
If it is wrong, ask her to file a case against me.
This is a news channel, and we have to have some visual representation. If you are a member of the Trinamool Congress, and I would like you to go ahead and answer a question which is pertaining to what are the allegations that the Bharatiya Janata Party is making, and there is something that has happened as the proceedings of the day have taken place. I will put it out and I will ask you that question. I want to understand if the BJP is questioning the status of women in the state of West Bengal and also talking about the violence in juxtaposition of the Manipur incident. How do you respond to that?
I'll talk about that. Post-poll violence torture against women? Who are investigating the case for the last 2 years? Answer, CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation. Show me a single charge sheet of any rape, murder committed by TMC workers. Show me. I talk about evidence, I talk about facts. And now this particular incident, the DG police, Director General of Police today made press conference about the fact that this is utterly false. And these people, BJP, whether inside the TV or outside the studio, they are known for creating drama, narrative, falsity. Shubhendu Adhikari's immunity has been taken away by the High Court. Now there can be FIR files against him. There are videos. He wanted to create tension in Bengal. That's what they are known for. There are videos where he's saying that I will create situation where there will be 355 in this state. There are videos. And there are now FIRs will be registered against him because the court has given permission. Till that point of time, till yesterday, the court did not give us any permission to file FIR. And that was very strange. One particular bench, I repeat, one particular bench had given him unhindered immunity. Even if he commits murder, you cannot file FIR against him. You have to take permission of this particular court. Thankfully, the higher bench has dismissed that order. And now that law will take its own course. I asked this BJP spokesperson, CBI investigating the matter for the last 2 years, post-poll violence, crime against women, show me the charge sheet. Ask them to show the charge sheet or else let them apologize to the people of Bengal for maligning us for the last 2 years. Shame on you,
Oh,
BJP.
really? Can I come in now?
Okay, one second. Charu, before I let you come in here and respond to the allegations that the Trinamool Congress member is making, I'd like to actually bring Dr. Chinkhanlun because he's been patiently listening, the one apolitical person on this panel. Dr. Chinkhanlun, after you've seen all this political bickering really happening in the wake of Manipur and what Manipur is witnessing, the entire country can see that the state is burning. How do you see this being played out? As far as the center of democracy, the parliament is concerned, what are the parliamentarians doing and what is happening on ground?
Griya, thank you very much for the time. First off, I would like to put out my gratitude to all the parliamentarians and the politicians who are out there trying to push forward the voice of the voiceless and marginalized people who have take cognition of the grave suffering of the people from Manipur. So that's my gratitude to everyone. And of course, it has been delayed. We have been waiting for the voice to be heard, and we have come. And it is extremely unfortunate that it has to be the disgrace of our sisters which bring us the attention, which is extremely painful for us, because we were hoping that as a citizen of this great country, democratic country, we could have been heard without the disgrace of our sister. So that is one thing I would like to put forth to my countrymen and my countrywomen and my fellow human beings, that the weak need not be put to shame to be heard. I hope that doesn't exist. I hope we can get past of this. And another thing which I would like to put forth is that when the elephant fights, the grasses suffer, comes extremely relevant in this case. Big political parties are fighting for their own agendas, nonetheless maybe our agendas, but still the one who is suffering and the justice that is being delayed for us is for us who are marginalized and weak. So therefore, my appeal to my fellow citizens at the same time, our VIPs, politicians, please learn to be reasonable in a situation like this. Know that there are people waiting for your consideration and clear judgment and rational thinking. Having taken that out of the way, I would like to bring forth that the atrocities that has been happening in Manipur has to be looked in a very rational, clear way. Now, if you look at the Manipur context, I would like to speak as a tribal in context to the tribal, because right now the tribals, the non-Naga, I would say as of now, are fighting against the state, not the Meitei communities, but the state. Because if you look at the stories that came out, how can Manipur police be handing over our sisters to the mob?
Yeah.
And no action at all being taken, which means we are absolutely fighting against. Then who do we have next to approach? It is the center government. And we have been waiting for the center government to take cognition of it. We have been running around, crying out there. So that is something has to be seen, because the incident happened on the 4th, and there was an FIR on the 18th.
Yeah.
And today it's more than 70 days. And with the verbal interviews are available, but with the coming of the visuals, so the horrendous nature of the action. Now, as the Chief Minister rightly say, that there are so many of those things happening. So therefore, one has to see how horrible the situation is out there. Now, looking at our situation, in looking at to our ruling party, I would like to appeal that they look the history very carefully. Because the tribals in Manipur have been marginalized for a very long time. Now, to put in how they are marginalized, to put into perspective and focus it.
Yeah.
If you look at the Manipur Land Revenues and Land Reform Act of the 1960, it clearly said in the section 1 of subsection 2 that this shall not apply to the hills, clearly. But there was an amendment in 1985 where the amendment was made in such a way that that part was added in such a way that the state government has a right to intrude into the hill areas. Now, it's 1985. Now, if you are clearly trying to understand the marginalization, look at the literacy level of the entire country in 1985. It's for the entire country. It is only 32%, if I'm not mistaken. In 1981, it is 32%, so it should not cross 35 by 1985.
Yeah, Dr. Chinkhanlun, I understand
Now,
the exact point that you're making. I'm really sorry I have to come in here because otherwise we will not be able to actually bring in the other panels. But I'd like to bring Charu, Swati and Manojit's attention to what Dr. Chinkhanlun had just said. Doesn't it hang your heads in shame? You know, whatever is happening in Manipur, and on top of it, there is a political bickering happening not just in the parliament, but here very much on live television on this panel. What is being done on the ground? Here, people on in Manipur are actually waiting for that answer and that action which is clearly missing. No action so far. Even if, Charu, you say that the Prime Minister has spoken, what is the opposition's problem? What has happened after that? If you're saying the Chief Minister should not hand his resignation, what is he doing as a follow-up? All of those questions need to be answered. And the other point that Doctor has made over here is this entire High Court order that has led to this turmoil. So let me ask you this, why not nip it in the bud? Why not put it on hold? Why is the state government and the government of the centre, the double-engine Sarkar, deciding on that?
Yeah, the High Court order has actually, it's come from a space of not understanding the on-ground situation.
And you know what?